because it seems like the writing is on the wall as it pertains to AEW. One of the OG tag teams that were signed to AEW, the Lucha Brothers, they are expected to leave AEW upon the expiration of their contract, and they are expected to sign with WWE. Now, there was a trademark filed. I believe it was like Rey Fuego and King Fuego. That could be their potential new names. No confirmation yet. But I wanted to know how you felt. The Lucha Brothers are WWE bound. How are you surprised? What are your feelings towards this?
I mean, I enjoyed them around the time I actually was watching AEW. Because I actually did not start watching AEW again, y'all, until just this week when I started watching all forms of wrestling. And last time I checked, I liked them. They were a few of the only tag teams I think I actually was able to pay attention to.
Mm.
'Cause I love their style of wrestling. And I was watching Friday Night SmackDown on my work shift, and I was seeing that match, that great match between Andrade and what's his name? What's his name? Why is this slipping my brain? Remember who Andrade just went up against?
Carmelo, was it? Was that vet
No,
named
the
Carmelo?
Mexicans were going off
Don't call him the Mexican. I don't remember who
in all the best ways. All I was thinking to myself is, yo, this is a great match. I mean, you said Lucha Bros are coming to WWE. I'm like, bring them on, guys. I want to see more matches just like that. That shit went off for 30 minutes. It was great. Huh?
Let me see you keep talking. I have to figure out who Andrade faced on SmackDown.
Oh my god, I'm gonna forget names here and there, y'all. But like I was watching WWE and I just noticed, wow, like this show has definitely changed a lot. Like when I say I haven't watched in a couple of months, a little bit after
Santos Escobar.
Yes, there you go. They would all mesh really well. I'm just saying. I know they're a tag team, but I'm saying those styles of wrestling would I could see it. They've been great. But like the way WWE has been, at least off of what I've seen Monday, Tuesday, and Friday that I watched, I'm happy to see anyone get signed at this point. Cause I feel like they know what they're doing, and like my interest like didn't drop at any given point of watching the show. Like I didn't feel like, okay, this is a bathroom break match or whatever. Like their booking is on point. The storylines are actually juicy, and this is coming from someone that jumped right in. Like I had to like look through snippets and figure it out and piece it in. But once I got there, I'm like, yo, this is good. I want to know what they'll do with them because I feel like they're also taking tag teams and factions way more seriously. So there's so much to do with them. I don't know. I'm excited. What about you?
I think that it's about time. I mean, we don't really have to talk about the importance of the Lucha Brothers as it pertains to the tag team division in AEW, right? Like them joining AEW made their tag team division one of the best, if not the best in the world, right? When you take the Young Bucks, Lucha Brothers, FTR, Top Flight, Private Party, like they formed one of the best tag team divisions in the world. I think that WWE has been on a mission to just create a talent roster that is just significantly deep, right? We hear the signing of Stephanie Vaquer from Mexico. We hear the signing of Julia, and with all of this,
Is Stephanie that girl with the horns that I saw?
Yes,
I don't know what
Stephanie.
she did, but she looks really cool.
Yeah. So I mean, and there's another woman from Australia that they just signed named Delta, who is set to be WWE.
That's a cool ass name.
That's a cool name. So it's like they are on a mission to create a super deep, talented roster. And then on top of that, Chris, I forgot his name, but he is an executive vice president of WWE. And when they were asked about potentially doing an AEW supercard, he said, "We don't have interest in creating a supercard. We do have interest."
She looks
in
like
signing.
A lunatic.
I'm
sorry, I'm looking at her right now.
You're good. He said that they don't have interest in doing a supercard, but they do have interest in signing talents outside of WWE, which means they're open for business. They're in the business of creating one of the deepest rosters in wrestling, if not the deepest roster in wrestling. And I feel like it's only going to pick up as we go further and further into this year. As it pertains to the fit of the Lucha Brothers, I mean, you can make the argument that the Lucha Brothers joining any division of or any show in WWE would automatically put that tag team division on notice and probably anchors that tag team division, right? We all know that Triple H is someone who respects and admires tag team wrestling, and we know that if they were to go to WWE, I think that Triple H won't do wrong by them at all. So I'm very, very eager to see where they end up. Do you think that they would be on NXT? Do you think that they would end up going to the main roster? What do you think? If the Lucha Brothers were to sign to WWE today, where do you think that they would go first? Is it an NXT? Is it a Raw? Or is it a SmackDown?
Um, Trying to think about what I watched on Monday and Friday. I feel like main roster, um, because they put on such good matches. I feel like, um, and then they don't really need any polishing. I mean, they could definitely like help people in NXT, but they got so much going on in NXT. I feel like putting them there might be a little bit of clutter. But I could see them being maybe introduced on a Monday night, and then them working around there to make the tag team division a little more interesting, even though they're already doing a good job. Me personally, um, yeah, because like I don't know, like I feel like they could put on some classics. I could definitely see like them going off on pay-per-views and on WrestleManias and whatnot. So why put them through the development process when to me like they've been around long enough where you could just stick them in, they're gonna know what to do. They're gonna get the format. Do you think they need help with any formatting? Why do I not hear you? Are you muted, sir? It looks like you're muted.
I definitely was muted. My bad. No, I was also doing the research while we were talking because I wanted to know the not know, but I had to be refreshed on some of the tag teams that were in WWE because we need to know what they were going up against. Okay. Oh, I'm excited. All right. So we got
What
the
does
Good
Raw got?
Brothers. We got the Good Brothers. We have
Okay.
the Judgment Day. We
Yeah.
have LWO. We
Hmm.
have the New Day technically still. We have New Catch Republic. We have the OC. We have OTM. Technically, we still have the Pride. We have uh RKO with Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Technically, still we have the Street Profits. We have the Tongans,
Did
also
you
known
just
as
say pause? Randy Orton and Kevin Owens are
they are
RK.
tag team.
That is so fire. Whoever did that, just even if it's just for the namesake, that is fire.
It's fire. They have
What?
they have who else do they have? Technically, still the Viking Raiders. They
That
have
just made my
God.
day.
They have God. They have the new Wyatt Six. Let's go back up to the top of the list. They have DIY. They have the Creed brothers. Imagine DIY versus the Lucha Brothers. That would be nuts. They have
Yeah.
Chase University. Technically, you still have the Awesome Truth. You have Authors of Pain. You have American Made. You have A Town Down Under. So the WWE definitely has its list of tag teams that the Lucha
That's a
Brothers
lot.
can go up against. It's a lot. It's a lot, but I feel like because of this, there's so many possibilities, and it's going to be interesting to see how they debut them, how they roll them out. But I personally think that it's going to be great whenever they decide to show up. But let us know how you guys feel. The Lucha Brothers are expected to leave AEW and sign to WWE, but we are going to get right into the next topic.